but also to have to go to the elders of like, she's okay.
Yeah.
She's safe.
Yeah.
And I love that you pointed that out. It is learned behavior. When Alexis was speaking, I'm like, literally, learned behavior. And it's the behavioral understanding that has to come into place to target the actuated, handled, and I'm trying to break it down to all the words that people can accept, right? The doing of a thing in your habits, to build a habit that reframes the thinking behind the behavior. I hope y'all went in that circle with me. Is work.
Yes.
You know, and I do have a behavioral modifications background in law enforcement. So I've seen the effects, and I needed to understand what was going on with our people. I needed to understand, like, why do we behave the way we behave? And sure enough, Alexis, I love that that's what you did your dissertation on. It's if we are not taking time to think about us and how to help restore, create, heal us, who is? Like, who gonna do that if it is not us?
Absolutely.
Yep.
That absolutely. Well, you have to do the work.
I will jump in and say, I think there are those who might try to do it, Malikia, for funding dollars. Oh, okay. Did I say something?
Oh, wait. Okay. Say it again for the ones in the back. Say it again for the ones in the back.
So my titty's out right now, y'all. Some people try to do this work because of funding dollars, because it is the end thing to do, right? And they're not doing it from a good heart. They're not doing it from a place of trying to understand our struggle and trying to understand our success, right? They're doing it for clicks and views and, all the things, for the papers, the journals, for the presentations, and for that funding money. And that is what I'm tired of. So, like you're saying, Malikia, if we don't do it, it won't be done right.
That part.
Done right.
Done right. And I love this comment that was down here. Oh, you were born the same day? That's awesome. There is a comment that they were put on here today. That house hypersexualized, the product of breastfeeding has been, and that is not a safe place for mothers to feed. So I'm glad this was brought up, because people who do not realize, all over the United States, it is legal for you to breastfeed.
Every state.
There's actually a card you can get stating, I have the ability to breastfeed, because it is America is hypersexualized on the most unsexualized things due to how the scope of thought process is here. And it's very different when you are brought up in a different thought process. Like I was very blessed. My godparents are Nigerian. So I was taught very early on, because I used to cover up, and it was my dad, and I love him. He's like, what are you doing? I said, well, we're all out here eating, because I went to get up to move, because my spouse at the time told me I had to, because it was disgusting and you have to do this. He pulled me down, said, sit down, took my plate, fed me food, and uncovered my baby. He's like, it is not natural to put a blanket over this child's head. She's like, if you're feeding her, you're supposed to feed her with the sun, and I'm going to feed you. And that did so much for me. And my godmother and all these women around me loved on me, and they're like, that's not normal. If you want to cover her, you need to wrap her up, but you got to have her head out, because you can make her sick. So leaving there, moving to St. Pete, and I would be out. I was the one out. My titties was out. I didn't care. I fed everywhere. And people were like, why are you doing this? I said, because I was taught this is how you have the healthiest babies. I was taught that they have to eat from sun to breast. That's the full well of feeding it. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm gonna feed my babies.
We do curse over here. Okay, great.
Girl, I be going down. I be going down.
So are you ready, Malikia?
I'm getting it down. We are not. No. Listen, there's a reason why we Saturday morning, honey. We keep it in here. Sometimes we got tea. Sometimes we got Hennessy. Sometimes we got both. It just depends.
They drinking and I'm thinking of you. Let's go.
Listen, there's been some mornings. If I got my green Emerald City cup,
you know what's up.
You know what's up. Breastfeed's crown sitting. Are you kidding me? That's
Oh,
breakfast with
mercy.
champions over here, okay? So,
Woo.
but all of that to be said is that for
Oh,
me, breastfeeding was a revolutionary act. No one did it in my family because
mhm.
of a lot of reasons. And for me, that's what it was. Even when other people were there to ask, so you're gonna keep your titties out? It came to the point now that like, leave her ass alone. Don't fuck with her. Leave her alone. Don't you say shit to her about her titties or her babies, because guess what? All of them are healthy. Leave her alone. And even my grandmother would roll up on somebody in her wheelchair, like, I know you ain't bothering my grandchild and her grandbaby, my great grandbaby, with her feeding. You don't like her titties out, look somewhere else. I'm like, go ahead, grandma.
Mind your business. I just
Right.
got the jokes. I won't even say it on the show. My brother was a comedian. He had a lot to
Ooh.
say about the long. Mhm.
So I love how that comment right there. We don't force this on mammals. We don't force this on anyone else.
Yeah.
But women breastfeeding, it is. But I will say this with Black women. Black women with their titties out and breastfeeding is looked at sometimes like a National Geographic type of moment. We don't
But
get the
Courtney, quit
same.
playing. I was trying to be kind.
Do
It's
it,
the zoo.
Malikia.
It's the zoo effect.
Yes.
Like, can
But
we be
that is
honest? Can we be
real.
honest? And
Absolutely.
that lends to the hypersexualization. That okay? Let's be petty.
Mhm.
If you're
Real
petty and
quick.
you know it, clap your hands. Okay, so what happened was I cannot stand watching a lot of these damn award shows because consistently the Black women are NAF, naked as fuck. And we are beautiful, we sexy, and it's one thing if you choose to, but ain't no not everybody choosing to show with their vagina hair shaved so well and waxed off so they could
Mhm.
display it. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
It is look at the history of images and it will tell you a story without one dang on word. It is a hot ass mess. So when we are offered on the plate, this is the same plant. Girl, I almost lost my shit last night. We ain't gonna talk about that right now.
Oof.
Because somebody was up in there and said, uh, everything is white as it needs to be. Bit listen,
Uh-huh.
and broke off a plantation word, and I was like, I could blow up the spot, but it's my spot, so I'm gonna get at this motherfucker directly. However, it's the same plate.
Oh,
It's the same.
right.
And up in here smiling, bitch, we ain't friends. But okay, I digress. It is the same plantation plate. You see what I'm
I
saying?
understand.
It's the
Yeah.
same
Absolutely.
centralization. It's the same rape. The rape has transliterated like the word in the Holy Bible. That's what it has done. The lynching has transliterated like the word of the Holy Bible. Get me started. You feel me? So it is the same plate. I can still take you in whatever manner I'm able to
Mhm.
legally.
Right.
So
Mhm.
that is why you must show me your breasts and your vagina because you are for display. You are a commodity. You
Mm.
still commodity. So that lends to that. And I'm gonna calm down for a minute. And this
So
is water in my jar. I swear, it's water.
I love it, but that's real. And I
It's
love your comment here, Sophia, that it was a hard place for you to be in the work spot when you needed to pump in order to have milk ready for your daughters, and your boss
Yeah.
was not respectful of the process.
yep.
So
Mm.
this happens so often that this is why so many Black women do not breastfeed, not because they don't want to. Their work experience has not reacted to it, will not allow you to.
Mm.
That's like you're taking company time. Many companies have changed since then, but
Yeah.
that is different. I breastfed for 18 hours with my oldest, and the
18
reaction I
months.
got,
18 months.
18 months.
Mhm.
Congratulations for your 18 months.
Mhm.
And yes, people are
Hey,
crazy.
Carla.
I see you, girl. So good to see you. But it is a problem how people react to
Yeah.
to the body. Period. Breastfeeding, but
Yeah.
it's okay for us to be hypersexualized and to be used as meat on a platter. But it's impossible to just be able to pump
Girl,
you
you
as
had
hard as
muscles
I
though. You had muscles
Them
though.
hands.
breast. Them hands be getting
I
it.
remember that. Had muscles.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you still like I had both of them pumps. My hands was strong. My muscles was
Yes.
thick because you
Mm.
were doing this in fear, or they'll make you go to the bathroom to pump. And
Mm.
what is
Which is so
wrong with
nasty.
that?
So gross.
Yeah.
But I can be on a award show with my titties out, my coochie out, and it's because it's for your pleasure.
That's
It's
it.
okay. So we get into these spaces of, and we need to take our little, like our break time for our music, but you know, we went in, and so we hitting it now. So
Okay.
we need to go into it with breastfeeding, especially,
Mhm.
and birth itself, that it needs to be powerful, revolutionary, and taking charge of. So we actually have a picture right here that of a woman sitting in her spot,
Yes.
breastfeeding, looking
Yay.
joyous, enjoying that she is nurturing her baby. Her body is beautiful. Yes, this is art, but it's not being displayed as a sexualized anything, but no, as an empowered woman of, guess what I'm doing?
Mm.
I'm nurturing my baby, and I'm beautiful doing that.
My
These are the
mommy job.
things that is revolutionary, and what type of photos you will be seeing at our event on next week in Ybor, about what Black birth looks like in multiple dimensions of it, as in, I'm here and I'm struggling and I'm birthing and it's raw and it's real, but the power that comes from it. You did have, Carla, we knew you had them strong arms. We knew you was with it.
Putting all their things up here so we can see it after, because I like to read the comments, but you know what I mean? When we go through our replays, we can see them at least.
Hmm.
Yes, and I love, and
I'm
you know
looking
what?
at it now
I love it. I love
on my
breastfeeding
phone.
in so many different kind of ways, because I fed my first child for 2.5 years,
Mhm.
and my youngest one was like almost 3 years, because she was not giving a titty up. She was like, "Nah, this is mine." And what it did for them, and then the bond that I still have with my children, and I feel like feeding them the way that I did, and being so bold and so open, like, fuck you, this is my act of service to my children. You ain't gotta like it, because my kids matter more than anything you got to say. I know embedded on them as who they are today. Breastfed babies are different.
Yes,
I
they
just
are.
be telling people that. I said breastfed
They
babies
are.
move differently in the world. They are more confident. They
Yep.
are more put together. They're usually
Sure.
more very connected to their parent, because they like, I had titty milk. What
Mhm.
They
what are you gonna
connected
tell
to
me?
earth. And folks
Yes.
might not want to touch it, but they connected to the earth. And
Mhm.
I see the
I love that.
different. It's true. They
Mhm.
connected to the earth, and that's why you got a lot of these people just off over there.
Mm.
No
Doing their
commitment, no
thing.
connection to. And I say what I say, but I never lose sight that we are all connected. Some of us need to learn how to behave. I'll leave it at that.
I could completely agree with that. So we have gone past our midpoint, but we're gonna throw it in and throw some music in this bad boy, because you know, over here for the birth workers, we need to have baby making music so we can have births to make that money. So go ahead,
Yes.
drop
Ew,
it
1, 2, 3, not
in.
it. 1,
I
2, 3, not
love it.
it. No,
We got
no.
bills we gotta pay over here, and we need some baby making music to make that happen. Okay.
There it is. Great topic, ladies. I'm loving it. So today I got my man Hakeem Romance, and this song is called I Heard. Let's check it out.
Looking for me, asking all sorts of questions, second guessing. Well, you done found me, babe. What's it gonna be? You something. Come over here, get you what you need. You been talking that shit all day. I'ma let you have your way. Show me what you're about, baby. Shouldn't be much more to say. So here we are, we got time alone. Baby, come on. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me. Yeah. Vicky secrets and Fenty, many options to pick from. Sensing your sweet aura, is that Dior? I can't choose, I choose you. You know I love all of them. But what's the point of it all? I'ma rip them off anyway. You've been talking that shit all day. I'ma let you have your way. Show me what you're about, baby. Shouldn't be much more to say. So here we are. We got time alone. Baby, come on. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me. Yeah.
And that was my man Hakeem Romance with I Heard. And if you are an independent artist or spoken word poet or up and coming comedian that's looking for some exposure, excuse me, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But if you are also a fan of music, you too can go to blastmusic247.com, register as an unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds of independent music. Blast, we're constantly changing the industry one artist at a time. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Troy. So if you're just joining us,
Every
welcome back to
13
According
minutes.
to Courtney. It has been an amazingly fun, juicy conversation with my guests. They're not really guests. They did a fam. They came in for coming, and we talking about the revolutionary joys of Black birth and why is it such a revolutionary act. We have, artist, author, poet, all the great things, building people up and never tearing them down, Miss Malikia. And then we got the owner, operator of the revolution of Titties Out, Wisdom In, with Miss Alexis Woods Barr. So if you're just now joining us, we are a bit in the thick of it. And so, ladies, after we done had our, pay the bills, baby making music, we are back in it. And we left off about breastfeeding and how people react to this and how hypersexualized this act has been. But how Malikia had also stated, for Black women, it's always been this hypersexualized piece to it. Like, from kind of like, I don't know how, visual porn, to be really honest, for a lot of people, of how they view this act versus how they should view this act.
Yeah.
It's crazy out here in these streets, ladies.
It's what you made me think of, and this is totally a sideline thought that's perfectly petty, I ain't gonna lie.
I love how you started out.
No.
I'm telling you for the beginning, it's gonna be petty as all get out, but I'm with it. Let's go.
Having worked with some children, this is bad, but it's funny, it's true. I had the conversation with one of my patients who we never saying no names, but they were explaining to me why they only wanted Black images when they were doing things that they had no business doing. And that random thought just literally popped to mind. And the bottom line is, we are a beautiful people. Like, there is no denying, ain't nothing like a good curve. And it's not just the body, it's the beautiful energy that emits. Like I really believe that we are beginning and end.
Mhm.
Period. Okay, beginning and end. So everything encompassed. So I can't imagine that you wouldn't be attracted. However, curb your enthusiasm to respect.
Absolutely. Like,
Yes.
the beauty of a black woman is just what it is. It's just like understated. And it might be, we bias, we black women, but history has shown the thoughts of that. Think about back in Louisiana when they had the Tion rap rule that black women were not allowed to show their hair because their hair was too beautiful. It brought too much issues for white women, so that you had to wear your hair wrapped. And what did black women do? We wrapped it to the point that it was so beautiful and immaculate that it made it even worse for them. So it is hard that the black gays, yes, we demand presence, confidence, and everything else, but the respect has to be paid. That my body is more than an engagement for you to be able to gawk at. This is not slavery. You don't own my body. I own my body. You can look at that, touch it, sniff it, and taste it if I allow you to. Otherwise, you
You
can't
say touch
touch
it,
me.
sniff it, and taste it, Jesus.
I just
That's
because
three,
I
that's
feel
three of the
like
five senses.
What you doing, Courtney? Where did we just go?
I'm
Did
just
she just
saying
did she
because
did you just give us three of the five senses how to deal with this? Touch
I'm
it,
just
smell it,
listening.
taste
I'm just saying because you
Okay,
said it about your random patient, and I'm just like, well, look,
it.
sir, let me
I
let you
love
know how
it.
this is gonna go. You can't do none of the things without the permission of, and I feel like we get that lost in translation a lot of
Scent,
times.
scent is beautiful. It really, and here's to be understood. I wouldn't even say that I stand in a bias, probably do, but I wouldn't say that because I can appreciate the beauty of some pink sisters. I have seen some fan pink sisters, and it's Pride Month, so we out here. I definitely identify as bi, so I can appreciate the beauty in whatever skin complexion it comes in. But there
Mm,
is something about a chocolate sister, hallelujah. It just really is. But even in that, I am respectful,
yeah.
unless I've been drinking.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think it's just about moving and respect and integrity. And sometimes that also, when it comes to, I feel like with childbirth and rearing, there has to be some more respect put onto us, put with some respect on our name. Because
Does it?
historically it hasn't been, it has, but it hasn't been. They expect black women to nurture and take care of everyone else
Hmm.
but her own and
Hmm.
their own, even outside in the birthing realm and outside of it. So it's
That's
like, but
true.
you're supposed to be pleasuring me. You're supposed to be taking care of me. And the act of joy in a birth setting and out is no. You're gonna take care of me when I tell you you can, and the
So
way
what
that you
can we
can.
do? Like, what can we do to? What can we do? If I'm a checklist person, I like checklists and I like details, right?
Hmm.
So, what can we do to help bring the lens, besides this conversation, to what a woman can do to prepare so that she does experience joy? And some women do not have pain during childbirth. I am not one of them. So, what can we do in preparation?
Go tag in.
All right. So I'm with you, Malikia. I am a very detail. Like I need to know one, two, three, four. Right. I don't work any other way.
Mm.
So I think because Black birth joy is tangible, right? It's not just a mindset, it's an action. And
Mhm.
so we can hire that Black doula, right? Who understands when I say I'm in pain, I'm actually in pain,
True.
right? We could choose the midwife who sees our body as capable and not as risky. We can create that checklist of what music we want to have played in the background because it feeds our soul, right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
We can decorate our birthing space with photos of our ancestors, or maybe photos like what Courtney showed us earlier, right? Having our partner speak affirmations over us during our delivery and our labor process. Having those postpartum meals, right?
That
Mm.
part.
That women who know that food is medicine bring to us that nourishes our body while we nourish our baby. Um,
Absolutely.
maybe the birth photography, you know what I mean? That captures our beauty and strength, not just
Mm,
looking at us as medical moments. You know what I'm
that
talking
part.
about, Courtney?
Absolutely,
Mm,
absolutely,
I
and
love
that's
it.
all important. And also
Yeah,
having our
Mhm.
families hone in, making birth what it used to be. It's a
yeah.
family community
Community.
event.
Yes,
It is
yes.
an event. It is a time of joy, and to have your community stand in that, and also to raise your children in that mindset. That's
Right.
with you know this from birth. You
Hmm.
don't know anything differently. I was like that. I was taught from early. You pregnant, you call in the midwife. So in my
Mm,
mind, this was normal to
Mm,
have this and to have these expectations to
mhm,
be like, no, I'm not supposed to be miserable. You are supposed to take care of me. I shouldn't be risking my life. That's not how this is supposed to go. So I feel like
right.
those are having those changes.
Mm,
Also having conversations like this,
okay.
meeting up, seeing it, and be able to link everything together. People are
Mhm.
senses people. I need to be able to
mm.
see it, hold it, hear it, and make it tangible.
I
Having
know.
these
I seen something on
conversations
the
with our
side. I'm like, I'm
daughters.
leaning.
Yes, I'm reading it. I'm like,
Yeah,
yes. And I love
that's
that.
true.
Sophia,
That's
that's a good
very
one.
true.
We
Yeah,
need to
it
be
is.
having these conversations with our daughters and our sons. We
Yes.
need to be talking about this from a woman's experience, from a woman to woman. We need to have this
Mm,
conversation, but also with our sons so they understand when you choose to have a mate and a partner and to go through the birthing experience, this is your role. This is you are
yeah,
important and how
that's
you
it.
need to support her during this period of time. I
Mm.
don't care if you don't like her, you gonna support her during this period of time
Oh,
because
gee.
let's be realistic and to embed that into our sons. If you are making a baby and you're doing this, this is what you do because the birth is the end result. She has
Hmm.
to hold this baby, carry this baby. You need to nurture her, love her, hold her space. And as
Hmm.
women, we need to be taught that from as soon as you get your period, we need to be having these conversations. If not even really
Oh, for
beforehand,
sure.
but as soon as you start, okay, we bleeding, it's not close your legs, shut down. It's let me embody you to understand as what your journey as a woman
Hmm.
is going to look like and
Okay.
lay that as a foundation. This is what
Hmm.
it is.
Right.
Yeah. And I appreciate you all saying that because there is a ripple effect that will happen from our conversations that ripples down, that dripples down to our children, to our cousins, our aunts, our family, because this is so communal,
Mm,
Courtney and Malikia, that once our daughters and our sons see that we've been respected and honored, they'll know they deserve the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so there's this ripple effect that we're going to grow this next generation with this birthing experience that we may not have had, but that we can show them exist. And we're changing the narrative for
now, I will
sure.
not be participating in any more birthing. I have no intention on pushing out another damn thing. How about that? However, I'm on deck for all of the conversations. I did my bit.
You
I have three
did.
daughters
You
and I have
did.
three sons, so I did my bit. Grandbabies
Wow.
in deck. So, sure enough, but I am wholly willing to participate in this level of conversation because it's I shared it with my partner. Shout out to Scott Hero. We were talking. There are so many fires in our
Mm,
community. This to me, it's another fire that needs quenching, not
mm,
dousing, but quenching. You know what I mean? Because or redirecting. Let's say it that way. Keep the fire. Keep that fire energy. Let's burn and consume some things, but at the same time, break it out like acacia wood seeds. Now let's create. Now let's create.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I appreciate the answer that you offered because it's very true. Like, I love the checklist. Can't nobody say after they hear this that they don't even have a guideline. Like, Alexis just literally broke it down into a guideline for how we can. And I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And what I would add would be have a lot of good sex before you get birth because it's about to be dry for a minute. For real, for real. It's like for real, for real. And then
it's reality.
yeah, and keep writing. Like, this is the perfect time to write so that you
Mm-hmm.
can see what you're thinking, see what you're feeling, see those emotions out in front of you, and let them be not as big because sometimes they're just so big. And when you
Mm-hmm.
write them down, they have somewhere to be outside of your body. Step one, they have something to reflect. You can see what you're thinking and
Mm,
adjust accordingly because it is work. It is work, and the expectation that I think is such a part. You mentioned the postpartum, the understanding that your hormones are still wilding out, bro. Like your body is in
Yes.
gangland, like it's a war, gang and turf war going on, and you're expected to nurse and nourish a baby. So it's so, and I love that you pointed out about the fathers and
Mm.
or the donors, however it comes, being responsible and being present and pouring love. I have a grandbaby on the way, and I gotta say, I was in my son's ass. How is she? What are you doing to make sure she feels loved and that your
Mm.
son is getting your energy? You know,
Uh-huh.
learning to respect what he's gonna how he's gonna handle the mother. You know,
Mhm.
and this is his wife, so she's not a random, thank God. You feel, and I love her. I love her a lot.
Mm.
Okay, so like, she wow, she make the difference. I'm gonna say it like that. So it is important that we do what we need to as mothers. The job ain't over when they
Uh-huh.
grow. The job ain't over when they married. The job ain't over once they have get to having babies. You don't get a day off, my dude.
No.
That's what you sign up for when you sign up for motherhood. Welcome to the
Yes.
damn hood. It's ghetto
The
sometimes.
hood.
It is the hood. It is the
I'm
hood.
keep living. Get to the granny hood and the grandpa hood. You gonna love that.
Yeah.
Gonna love that. But in the meantime, there's work. And my daughter-in-law is other,
Mm,
and she dope as I mean,
awesome.
yo, she God knew. I'm gonna say it like
Mhm.
that. God knew, cause she's strong. She's strong, and he is amazing. So she lucky, and he lucky too. They
Mhm.
just ain't crazy. It's wonderful.
I
So yeah,
love that.
That's nice.
And that's so important that you do that because you're right. This hood don't ever stop and it just changes. But think about the ripple effect you have done for your own children. You've already spoke about two of your children, how being there, being a vessel, showing them, letting them so that you've embodied them to one being comfortable. I'm gonna breastfeed any way I need to.
That's
Why?
right.
Because it was passed down to me through my mama. That your son is going to be able to say, I can support my wife every way she needs to and support my child, and my child is in I'm in touch with my child because my mama told me to. That is how you make the change. This is how that's the most revolutionary act you can do that was
Mm.
taken from us from history. We get to love our children, embody
Yes.
our wisdom on our children,
well,
breastfeed our
it's,
children, have them
mm,
born into love, joy, and hope and promise, because that is the most revolutionary and loving thing we can do. We are the change. And when we engulf that, you can't, no matter what medical system tries to do, when you have that, that is
Mm.
carrying on through your ancestors or showing you, I'm giving you what I couldn't give, so I'm gonna give it to you tenfold. That is how we change it. That is
Yes.
how you make a difference, is by what you guys are doing just now.
Mhm.
I
It's
respect that.
it starts at home. It starts in there because you can't expect a medical system that was built off the backs of slavery and gynecology on enslaved bodies to be able to come to you and say, I'm gonna show you how to love yourself.
Experimentation.
You don't know what that even looked like. You don't even know what that is, but we do because
Yes.
that's
You
what
ain't
we
never
were
loved
birthed
me,
from.
but you gonna teach me to love me, right?
Right.
You
I'm gonna
ain't
teach
never
you.
respected me or cared about me, give a fuck, but you gonna teach me to love me.
They
Oh,
can't. So
Can't.
let's not
okay.
have that
Some
expectation
crazy
for
shit.
them.
And you don't even
And
love you, but you gonna teach me to love.
correct.
Okay,
But people
let me
don't
over here.
understand the history of where it came from. And so the history is they don't love you, they didn't want you there. They just took you for a profit and just to
Mhm.
treat you bad.
It's just so
So
good, Sophia. It is absolutely ghetto. Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
I love
I
it.
can't read little bitty
I
letters,
love
so
it.
I'm over here messing with buttons and making it big so I can read it.
I
Right.
love it. But it's the truth. It is ghetto. But you know what? That's what we do. We're gonna make it nurtured. We're gonna give them the best experience because experience is a teacher. But we can
Mhm.
also, if you what we're doing now by pushing this and embedding this into our children. The seeds have
Mhm.
already been planted because this is the seed you've been planted from the time you were in the womb. This is all I know. What do you mean? I'm not going to be treated with respect and dignity. Do you know who I am? Do you know
Hmm.
who I came from? Do you know who my mother is, my grandmother is, my great grandmother is, and my grandmother beforehand? Bitch, you will give me what the
Hello.
fuck I asked for. You will be doing this. You know what? That's okay. I'm gonna bring in my own team. I don't need to hear anything you got to say besides
Mhm.
push and catch. That's how you make the changes.
I don't even
So
want my son to catch like literally like the first touch is your baby, need is yours. Because that's a loving touch.
mm,
It's not a sterile working whatever energy and anger.
Medicalized.
You know,
yep,
like, 'cause people are people, and that's what I do understand. Some folks, regardless of color, are there to do their job, so they're
right.
moving in a job specific energy, and I
Mhm.
understand that, and I respect it, and thank God for the people who care. Same time, some people don't scratch their booty. I don't want you. I don't want you to be in the first touch of my baby. I just really don't. You had to itch right quick, and you just, no, hell no, move around. So I would like for my son, you can't
Oh,
Oh, I'm
stay.
about to
oh,
scream.
to
I
all
have
the
You know,
all.
other healthcare workers, you better be changing your gloves, child. When it
gloves,
comes to
hell,
you,
scratching your booty. I mean, go wash that.
I'm
Okay,
so done.
sorry,
I'm
not
so
really, but
done.
yeah. So
But
yeah,
I love that. But you can
Carla's
empower
comments.
people to do that.
She had 13 champions. Hallelujah.
Hmm,
That's a lot of babies. I love
that's
it.
a
And I
lot
see
of
Are
another
they
baby.
all
comment.
single births?
Oh,
That's
Are
hallelujah.
a
there some? Are there some doubles in there?
because I'm like, I have some questions because that is
Triples.
what
Oh, I'm gonna
that
say she
woman
must have
is.
had some good, and Daddy had it strong.
Listen,
Go
that
work it
farm,
out, brothers. Go work it out. Okay,
I
great.
love it. But
Wow.
I also love what that did for you is that she had 13 babies and she
Yeah.
breastfed all of them. So to you, it's the norm. And to get people to understand, for many families, that is the norm. That you can be born into the love and the understanding that this is what it is.
Mm,
And I didn't realize that was rare until I started doing birth work and
mm,
actually talking to Alexis because I was like,
yeah.
I don't understand why people think like this.
Hmm.
And it was like a genuine, like naive kid. Like, I'm very confused. I'm not understanding because my mom couldn't breastfeed me because she was a cop and it didn't work for her schedule and they would not allow her to do it. So my grandma was like, okay, I'll take over care. And she got me goat's milk. And that was what I lived off of was goat's milk
Mm,
until I was older. I was very sickly, everything else. So she did what she was taught to do
mhm.
and said, okay, well, she might be having some goat's milk, some K-roll syrup. And then we're going to take these peas, we're going to mash them down and she's going to drink hot liquor until it's time. And
Mhm,
that's how I was raised because that's what she knew to do.
Can we
mhm.
just talk about how
And
nasty oat milk is right quick? And Carol
hmm,
syrup don't make it better. Can we just talk about how nasty it honestly is? I tried it. I had to do that. And I tasted it because I just need to understand. You just gave me trauma. Like my whole just
PTSD going on.
I
girl.
love it.
My
So
whole trauma right out to Jesus. Go ahead.
we was living off of black what is it, Angola blackstrap molasses. I grew up on
Mhm.
that.
Mhm,
And so it didn't occur to me that people didn't eat that or they didn't know what it was. I was like, y'all don't eat blackstrap molasses? Like, it was on biscuits, it was in everything because she said that's one of
Yes.
the little things we had to rub on your lips,
mhm,
and that was what it was. So, people do what they know to do. And,
mhm,
and that was just what it was at the time. So now with the information that we do have, the knowledge that you do have, you can add the other things from. I always tell people mix a little of the old and the new, and it
Mhm.
makes a difference.
17.
Oh
Jesus Christ.
wow.
Have mercy, Lord.
That woman did her thing.
She's blessed.
It
That's for
is
sure.
blessed and highly favored because to think about that, to be in that time period, you may have had midwives, or you may have been doing it by yourself, or you're doing it in a medical, establishment who did nothing for you. So for Black women in the hospital system, people didn't know back then, they had to give birth in the basement and a long line with other women. It was dark, it was dank, it was cold, and usually there was no one there until after the baby was pushed, and then they did the bare minimum for you. That was the reality for Black women. Or they put you in something called twilight sleep, where they
Mhm,
gave you medication that would make you absolutely completely crazy. They strapped you to a bed and you were screaming, yelling, and crying, and you don't remember anything that happened to you. And this went on for
a long time.
long time. This was twilight
Mhm.
sleep. Many people's mothers, if you ask them now, depending on your age, will tell you they came from twilight sleep, or their grandmothers. Well, what was your birth like? I don't remember, because they were under twilight sleep. Some people still have the marks on their wrists because they fought so hard against the straps.
Mhm,
And think about what that does to the mental. to be born into that, a dark space where you're in a basement being strapped down to a bed,
Holy
and to think
Spirit.
they'll have to do that 17 times.
Holy Spirit.
So all of
We are
that,
amazing people.
we are amazing people, is to say this and to hold space. Like, this is why for Juneteenth, I wanted to say the joys, because we've come from so much. We go through so much. But you cannot understand the joys without understanding the history and sorrow that comes with it. And then not only the sorrow, but the resilience that also birthed, and to make you feel comfortable to have your titties out and have your wisdom in, and to learn and unlearn behaviors, and to be able to breathe life into our six babies that we brought into this world, and the importance of this. So all of this to say, we are amazing beings. We literally went over our hour time. I hope guests and everyone else will be in there. And if you love this, like it, share it, subscribe, do all the things. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing that, because I just be like, you want to come and love on it? Cool. But let me ask y'all, all right, you like it, subscribe, share this shit. Let people know that this is that's a revolutionary act right there. Hey man, share this shit. I heard some shit about some titties I didn't even know about. Share it. And let people know what's really good. Ladies, I love it. I'm so happy to have had you all in
I know, right?
space
We have to make it bigger. I don't know how you do it.
Being weighed down by the pain of the world is full of awareness. Ooh, yes.
Still choosing joy. Amen.
Yes, I love that. And we're still choosing joy.
It's a choice.
It is. I feel like that is like the best period of it all on that. Through everything, we still have the ability to choose joy and keep standing on that. And this is bigger than a birth lesson. That's a life lesson. No matter what, as Black people, especially as Black women, let's choose joy through it all, through all the crazy that's going on, through all political climates, American climates. If you're watching internationally, we going through it over here, okay? We are going through it over here. Don't let the televised show you anything different. But we are choosing joy in the midst of mayhem, hell, and chaos. We are choosing that we're going to birth this way, move this way, and live this way. Period.
Yes, period.
And make room for us in your country, because we might need to leave, but okay.
Child, that we might have to come back for that next topic, child, because you hit the nail on the head. Because I'm like, listen, I need to know, hey, where the state people, where y'all want us at, where are we welcome? Can you come and let us know? Tell me about your country, child, because I just might need to know.
Just a couple of visits for a few years, a couple of visits.
Right, long-term visitations. How that work for y'all? What's that? What you want? What I gotta buy? Let's talk about it. So, ladies, it's been amazing. It is always a fun time and a great time when I have you ladies in space. And thank y'all. This is the first time being in space together. Yes, even though it's the first time, let's not make this the last time.
Absolutely.
I see. We can get into a lot of mischief together.
I like it.
I like it.
Next week is step number 1.
Yes.
Listen, I told you, poetry be pimping me, dude. When I seen it, I was like, huh?
Yes.
What's my name? Huh?
I appreciate you guys hopping on in the morning and doing this with us. Everyone who's joined in, again, if you need to talk about your titties being out, wisdom in, go ahead and make sure you reach out to Miss Alexis Woods Barr. Go ahead, tell them where to find you. Where to find you, ma'am.
So you can find me on TikTok and Instagram on Titties Out Wisdom In. And I want to start doing live. So we'll see how that works out. Might bring in Malikia and Courtney to help us out.
Absolutely.
I love it. And if people, Miss Malikia, if people want to find you, where they find you at, girl?
If you is looking for me, what's who needs? No, I'm just kidding. On Instagram, it's going to be malikia.lidymolotov if you'd like to connect over there. Every other social platform is going to be Malikia K. Courtney, including professionally with LinkedIn. Goof Off Time on Facebook. Poetically, if you'd like to come play every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are in Partners in Rhyme, Lyrical Vibes. And that is a true space. It's sacred. And we get into sacred mischief on top of that. So, y'all, if you know you want to play those games, come on, get with your girl on that. Part 2, professionally. If it is that you need someone to love you back to life, and this is a serious note, playtime aside, for women who have experienced those traumas and those moments where they can't get past, for women who have been betrayed and used and abused, and you would like to stop letting that be your soul story. You done with that part of life and you like to transition to something new, create something better. If I am your coach and you resonate vibrationally right now, if that is the case, you are welcome to text me, coach me. You're going to text coach me to 321-443-2495. Coach me. And we'll start the communication and get things going and see where you fit, whether it's one-on-one or group or event. So let's have that conversation. I do strategy sessions as well, but that's kind of more in the professional bag. It is for professional business women who know that business begins in the body and we got work to do. So that having been said, connect.
I love it.
Back. Courtney, I'm performing. So not only with you guys on the 20th, and I'm sure you're going to share that, so I won't mention that part, but July 12th at the R&B Manatee County Festival. Lady Molotov is who I show up as in my poetry.
Okay, I love it.
I'm going to, I'm going to come spit for the people and do a little singing, y'all. It's going to be a little singing, a little bit of fire. So,
I love it. That is
Okay.
absolutely amazing. All right. I love all the things and all the people. Yes, we will be performing and having this deep conversation next Saturday at between the Onyx Gallery and then also the gallery, Indian War Gallery in Ybor City. We will be sharing off on other spaces and platforms all the information. I am super excited that if you want to get a chance to connect with us, and I'll add all the information at the end. So when you're looking to this, you can tag into this, come see us and have an opportunity to meet myself, Malika, Alexis Woods, and also Sarah Hunter, who's doing her photography in those spaces. So this is a rare opportunity. Yes, you're going to catch all of us in one spot. That's a lot of Courtney to Courtney people all in one house and one family talking about what is the revolutionary acts of birth and then also displaying these pieces as well. So I'm super excited. To my audience, you are loved, you are seen, you are heard, and we are about that life. All right, you good people. You guys take care, and until next time.
1 second, because Troy gonna get me if I don't do this right quick. Because I forgot to say that out there.
Oh,
podcast.
There
My podcast is Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. I do a lot. So catch up with me at Malika K. Courtney YouTube. Follow the channel, subscribe. You can also catch up with me right here with Blast going live. So follow the Yellow Brick Road. There we go.
You almost got. See,
Yes,
I missed a comment. I'm sorry. I felt it. Whoa. Always meet us at Blast. You can find us on Blast. We part of the Blast family. Like it, subscribe, watch. We are always connected in. So podcast us. You can reach us either way. So now with all of that being said, all right, good people. Until next time, take care. Later.